Hey, it's Teddy Swims. Check me out on the Bootleg Kev podcast.
Hey, before we get into the interview, we want to give a shout out to our family over at Imperial Extraction. They're bringing you today's episode. And check this out. If you want a free 2-gram THCA loaded pre-roll, yes, that's right. You can get one of these for free. You don't have to buy anything. All you got to do is go to imperialextraction.com, use the promo code Bootleg, and they're going to send you one of these for free. Look, premium glass tip. One more time, imperialextraction.com, promo code Bootleg. You're going to get a free 2-gram THC diamond loaded pre-roll. That's 1.5 grams of that premium top shelf flower and 0.5 gram of THC diamonds loaded up to your door for free. Just pay shipping. Let's get into the interview. Bootleg Kev podcast, Bootleg Kev show. We got a special guest in here. I've been a fan of this guy for, 3 or 4 years now, ever since I discovered you on the internet. Teddy Swims.
Hey, thanks for having me, bro. I'm so stoked to be here, dude.
Yeah, man.
I watch this podcast. I always man, I want to get on this so bad. So look at us.
It's dope we made it happen,
Look at you manifesting life, Come on.
Yeah, the first time I met you, I was very, very fucking hammered at the, it was at Jelly Roll had a show out here at the Troubadour, I think.
Sure did, man. What an angel.
And I was blasted.
What an absolute angel. Yeah, we had a good night.
We drank a lot.
Yeah, we sure fucking did.
Amongst others.
I remember Jelly had gotten right after we were upstairs in the little the bar area. Mm-hmm. And he was just sitting back, just sitting back in the booth, and they just kept bringing trays full of 30. He's like, well, 30 more tequilas, please. Yeah. 30 more Casamigos. And I was like, oh,
fuck. It was a fucking night, man. Hey, it's been dope to see just your come up, dude. I've been, I use your layout because I always talk to aspiring singers and songwriters, right? And I always use you as an example to how to use the internet in your favor. Because if you're super talented, you have the voice of an angel, right?
Well, thank you.
I found you. I think it was the Mario cover.
Oh, right, yeah, 2019.
Yeah. And ever since then, I subscribed to the YouTube channel, and I always will show people yo, there's this guy Teddy Swims. He's doing covers, but he's doing them with care, with high production value, and it's dope that that was kind of would you say that those covers were kind of your way into kind of becoming discovered on a bigger
Absolutely,
platform?
Man. And we really originally didn't intend on doing them. It was just so June 25th of 2019 was the first one we did, and I wanted to just kind of pay homage to Michael Jackson because it was 10 years after he died, and we just woke up and it was just kind of going crazy. So we were I think that first day after we posted it, we woke up with 10,000 views, and now that's such seems like such a minuscule number. If I get if I don't get 1 million on something now, I'm right. Oh, fucking kill me. I suck, but that 10,000 we woke up to, bro, and we were like, holy shit, guys, we got fucking 10,000 views. Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it was so cool, man. And so since then, we was I guess this is working. And we just kept going and kept doing more covers and started, and that's kind of what Teddy Swims just kind of became its own thing because we were a band forever, and then it was just that just kind of went off, and we're just shifting gears, and me and all my buds, and just kept doing it.
At what point in time were you because I know there had to be a point in time where every major label was coming at you, almost like you're LeBron James, like a free agent.
Dude, it was quite neat too, because I once those covers started really kind of going off, and that Mario cover was really one that was first starting to go, and Shania Twain, Still the One cover really did a lot for us. But after that first one, I was talking to my buddies at the time, and because we were all in bands and stuff, I was still in a metal band and still playing, and we would have the same guys that would kind of record us, man. My good friend Lee Rouse and my buddy Aaron and Joel, who filmed the videos. And so at one point we were just kind of
he did a great job.
Yeah, we had I had this idea. It was look, man, I think if we just all put our heads together. Let's just just do this, do covers weekly. Let's just get together, write songs for this project. That way, when we get ready to, get signed or whatever it is that we're going to do, I just asked my friends to give me 6 months of their time. And I said, just 6 months. And so we all moved into this house together in Snellville, Georgia. And it was a 5-bedroom house. And we put plyboard walls up and made 2 bedrooms out. I mean, we ended up making this thing a 9-bedroom house.
It was 5, but it was really 9.
Yeah, it was 9-bedroom house, man. We had 15, I think 12 of us were living there, and 15 of us were there every day. It was a fucking...
And this is where you guys were recording? And
Yeah,
everything?
it was like fucking Tavakegadea over there, man. You know what I'm saying? And we had built like 2 studios in it, and then we had our garage was where we like could distribute our own merch too, and my brother would come over there and distribute our merch, and
so it was the merch factory in the garage.
Yeah, so we like do 2 studios in there, a bunch of rooms, and I just figured I was like, well, we can film, we can record, we can write, we can sing, we can make all this stuff ourselves. We can do all of it. We can take the pictures, we can distribute the merch. So I was like, it just 6 months. Let's all put our heads together on this, and if it works out, then like we're all gonna be straight because we don't need anybody, And sure enough, June 25th of 2019 was the first cover we did, and in December 24th of 2019, I signed to Warner Records and put all my best buds on salary, and it was a day less than 6 months, which is fucking wild. How like just speaking things into existence.
And you put all the homies who were there with you,
man. Yeah,
they're all on the team.
Yeah,
they're
man.
still
And
handling all your shit.
They're still fucking the same van and still same guys, and now we're actually making pretty damn good money, man.
That's a beautiful thing.
Everybody's doing good, and lots of them about to move out here too, man. And and they've all had like writing cuts on records with me and producing cuts, and we keep going together, man.
No, it's been dope to see, man. So you say you were in a metal band around the time you did the first cover?
Yeah, sure was, man. I was in my whole life. I spent a lot of those. You can still find some of the stuff. It's called this band's called Eris, Eris, and you can find it.
What kind of metal are we talking here?
It was like kind of a more post metalcore kind of. There was singing, there was some screaming, a little more some kind of active rock situation, a little
Like
post hardcore, a little metalcore, kind of a little bit of everything in it. Just. It was all right. It was pretty good. There's some decency in it. Yeah,
so all that stuff's still out there for everybody to
check
check out.
Sure is, man.
It's crazy because your music now, I feel like is, there's a void, and I feel like our friend Jelly Roll's filling that void. Just good songwriting, good, I'm talking about even on the pop side, because now when I listen to Kiss FM or even, certain rhythmic stations, you'll hear your single, and it's just good music from the soul, and I feel like that is there's a void of that in our current music landscape.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I'm really happy that it was that song too, because I think I have this thing where I always want to blend to whatever I think something needs to sound like, or like you don't want to get on a trend of something, because I find that the things that get on trends that work out are just always like a flash in the pan or have like one big song, and I think the ones that are real. The things that really stick around are real disruptors, and I hope that I like what's great about Lose Control being my big first single that's kind of broken into the market.
That's taken off, yeah.
It leaves me with so much room to go so many places.
Wherever you want to go from there.
Because it's got the soul, it's got some country elements, some Motown elements, some damn
old
rock and roll elements, some R&B. Yeah, it's got everything in it, and I'm glad to know that it's working, and it's working on different avenues. It's working on rhythmic radios and pop radios.
And you got an R&B remix out there. You got the versions going crazy.
It's great to see that it's working, and it gives me just absolute room to go wherever the hell I want from here, I think, and not be too left field.
Talk about influences coming up in bands and shit. Like, what were some of your band influences? Like give me your 3 or 4 greatest bands of all time.
Bands, okay.
Let's go bands first. Yeah.
Of all time, I see. So as far as influence goes, I'd have to say so there's a band called Acceptance when I was in the 6th grade, first band I ever really got into. Mm-hmm. Acceptance changed my life. I remember playing you remember NFL Street 2 when that came out, NFL Street.
Was that the one with Ricky Williams on the cover?
Bro, they had it was Exhibit was in it. But everybody, it was
all the street games are so fire.
Dude, they were so sick, man. They were so sick. I mean I recently played. Sorry to get off track here, but I recently played the NBA Streets, and the
old school one?
Yeah, the camera, it's side angle, so you kind of don't have really depth perception. Yeah. So you're just kind of going right by the goal. It doesn't hold up as well as you remember.
Sure. No, but NBA Street, but NFL Street, and what was the skate games? The skate. That was all my shit. We got to bring all that shit.
But oh man, and Def Jam Vendettas, bro. Come on, bro.
Who would you be during?
Dude, man, Redman every time. Redman was my hero. Oh, dude, How High is one of my favorite movies of all time with him and Meth.
Yeah,
man, that's one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah, it's so funny that game existed. I had that game, and then there was this Wu-Tang game on PlayStation. It was a fighting game where you could pick all 9 members of Wu-Tang, and then you'd fight evil monks and shit.
That's so sick.
But yeah, Vendetta was that shit for sure.
Man, well, but anyway, bands. So there was a song on NFL Street too, and it was this song called "In Too Far" by Acceptance, and I was like, I just fell in love with it, and I went and found this album Phantoms, and it just like changed my life. It was one of the first ones I ever listened to. I was like, God, this is like. They were all over my MySpace, like everything, like all songs, that whole album was all over my MySpace. So I like Acceptance is up there for me. Circle Survive, man. Anthony Green, one of the greatest of all times, I think, as far as the band goes. I was so invested in Circle Survive, still am, man. I mean, he's in Ellis Dunes now. He's just one of the greatest, I think. Chiodos, man. Also, all 2007 like Warped Tour, you know, Chiodos was incredible, man.
Warped Tour was an era, man.
God, that was one of the first shows I ever went to, man. And I mean, I obviously have to throw Van Halen in there too as bands go, because. Come on. Yeah. Linkin Park, man.
Love Linkin
Come
Park.
on.
R.I.P. to Chester, man.
Yeah, come on, man. And
Mike Shinoda just came out on stage at some radio show. I was like, oh, shit. I think he came on stage with somebody.
Dude, they've changed my life, man. I got
those first two albums, man, were like my childhood.
Dude, Hybrid Theory is one of the first ones I got.
And Meteora.
I got one of my first like Christmas where I got CDs, and you remember when they used to be wrapped, and you just knew your parents got you those?
Yeah, because it was the shape of a CD.
Yeah, it was, dude. But I had gotten Hybrid Theory, No Pads, No Helmets, Just Balls by Simple Plan, and there was like a 3 CD set of Switchfoot. It was like Legend of Chin, and I forget the other 2 records on it, but it was like 3 CDs all in one.
You knew you were getting CDs for Christmas and DVDs or games. You'd be like, is this a movie or a game?
Yeah. That was the catchy part. Yeah, did you get a DVD or a video game?
Like, I hope it's a game. I hope it's not a fucking movie.
I don't want a copy of Click. You know what I mean?
I don't need Clerks. I'm fine. No, that's dope, man. Yeah, no, Linkin Park. I got to see them. I went as a kid to the Hybrid Theory tour.
Oh, so jealous.
And they had there's this rapper named MC Supernatural. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but Supernat is like the freestyle god.
Yeah, right.
So at the time, he would do this shit where I would see him on these like smaller hip hop shows for like Dilated Peoples of Jurassic 5 and shit. And he would do this thing where he would spin around and come as like and impersonate another rapper. So he'd like spin around and be rapping like Exhibit, and then he'd spin around and be rapping like Busta Rhymes.
Sick.
And he's the first person I ever saw like take someone's ID from the crowd and rap their name and their birthplace. And so they had him open the Linkin Park tour, and it was so crazy. But because I'd never seen somebody combine like hardcore real hip hop shit and like rock shit in that way, and without it being corny.
Yeah, they were, dude.
Because there was some corny, the rap rock era, it got corny. It got a little corny.
You know, and I think a lot of that has to do with Joe Hahn too, man. Because Linkin Park always had that DJ. You know, and
they had the DJ, and they had like
and
they had the roots too, like Styles of Beyond and shit.
Yeah, exactly. They're just real hip hop fans. I think entirely. You know, and I think like I got a chance to work with them a couple of times and just kind of go over the mics and experiment with them and play it, and it was so cool because I'd never seen actually like Joe still has like. So when they're sampling stuff, it's not like they're going to Splice like everyone else.
Everyone's doing
Splice. He's really pulling out records and finding moments in there and sampling them real time still as they're like writing. And I'm like, dude, it was so neat to see because I've never seen that. Just somebody sample
like
live into recording.
Like that's how they actually do it.
Yeah,
as opposed to
that's how
digging on a website,
and
downloading an MP3 and putting it.
It's so easy for us now, which thank God I like that about it.
Yeah,
I would be fucking lost if it was up to me.
If you were like, man, if I gotta go sit in this record store.
But it's great to just go like hi-hat 130 BPM and just that one. You know, that's so sick to do that now. I'm like, I wouldn't change it for the world, but it was cool to see that. Like he's still dedicated to, you know, like and doing DJ shit's like really doing like when people are really using records still. It's so fucking
That's gotta be cool. Like for you, like have you realized that because you know I always say we grew up having a dream. And then when we accomplish the dream, like if somebody were to tell probably you 10 years ago that you'd have 1 million views on YouTube, you'd be like, oh,
yeah, fucking right.
We're on.
Yeah, you know,
but like I feel like when we hit those dreams, like we don't even like take time to like really appreciate them.
You know, I try.
It's always about what's next.
Yeah, I try to now like I'm trying to get to that point, but you know, you're so in it that you like. Don't
if
even
I'm
realize.
sitting in a room with Mike Shinoda and like the Linkin Park guys, I'm like freaking out.
Oh man, yeah, that was definitely one of those times where we're talking about things, and I was just like, look, guys, like I'm stoked that we're friends, but just don't ever forget that I'm going to be more of a fan than I'll ever be your friend. Like I love you so much, you know. Like I'm just here to like soak in, sponge in all the little stories. Like tell me fucking everything.
Yeah,
I'll
like,
know
I wanna know
everything,
all
you know,
of it.
because they're just like, man. Also recording vocals with Mike Shinoda was like he's such a fucking genius when it comes to that, because he'll do this thing to which I'm like such a chameleon because I grew up on such different type of music. So if we're doing something rock, I just instantly kind of find myself gearing my voice towards this particular sound.
Right.
Or like if we're doing like some Motown, I kind of gear my voice towards like, and I kind of play a character a lot, you know. And he kind of broke me down and was like, okay, let's just try this take again, and we could be the most fucking heaviest part of the song. And he's like, but don't give me such rock and roll, Teddy. Give me
Motown soul.
Give me
Teddy.
like, yeah, try that one out. See
Yeah.
what that character sounds like. Okay, all right, is there an in between of those two that you can kind of do? Okay, so why don't you give me like why don't you give me your more like indie rock voice? Or why don't you give me more of this kind of voice? Try some fucking weird. Give me musical theater, Ted, right here. Like or opera. Just give me some opera, you know. And he'll kind of like carve it. I'll just be like, damn, I never thought those things would go together, you know, because my brain just goes like, you know, and I don't think to change my
Right.
voice to not fit what it is.
You have the ability to do so much. Like if you dropped a country album tomorrow, nobody would think twice. They'd be like, yeah.
That's what I would.
If you did a full R&B album,
That's the
people would be
plan.
like, yep.
That's the plan, man. I hope to be able to just kind of. I always wanted to say that like I will forever be. I could be second best at anything for sure, and that's enough. Like I can because you couldn't put this person in you couldn't, you know, like. Chris Brown couldn't put out a country record. I mean, he could. I'm sure he'd crush it, but he does his thing, you know.
No, but people would be like,
and then
really?
George Strait wouldn't put out you know, like you couldn't put him in an R&B record.
Right,
I mean, you
right.
could. I'm sure you could, but they would do their thing, you know. And so I always like gave myself this like I will be second best at every one of these things. Don't you worry. I think I can guarantee you I'll be second best at all of them.
Hey, want to give a shout out to our family at King Palm, baby. I want to shout out to King Palm, man. They've been holding us down for a minute now, and I feel like my life kind of changed once I started smoking out of King Palms because it's so smooth, man. It's organic. There's no tobacco, no nicotine. It's a natural leaf, and the best part about these King Palms, they come in so many flavors. This is the latest flavor that I'm on right now. It's the pink lemonade. Now, it's dope. It's a terpene-infused tip. You get to stuff your flower in it, light it up. You squeeze that tip and you get hit with a burst of flavor, and it is schmacking. All right, so let me tell you about King Palm. We hooked up to hook you up. If you go to kingpalm.com right now, you can order anything from the website. If you want a box of these, if you want a grinder, if you want an ashtray, if you want some of these, you know what I mean? Whatever you need, some of that lemon haze. You know, I know the holidays just passed, but you like that pumpkin cream pie, they got that too. All right, whatever you need, it's half off. Half off, 50% off when you go to kingpalm.com and use the promo code Bootleg. 50% off. Not to mention, if you're in town, you're driving around, wherever you're at, I don't care where you're from, where you're watching this from, go to the 7-Eleven. They got King Palm. Go to your local smoke shop. They got King Palm, the industry leader of natural tobacco, nicotine-free smoking experience. And trust me when I say, you got to fuck with them. Bootleg is the promo code at kingpalm.com. Get half off. Also, want to give a shout out to Odd Socks. Can we get some Odd Socks? Look at all these fucking Odd Socks we got here. Oh, my God. First of all, the Modelos are hidden. All right, so look. If y'all don't know, man, Odd Socks just celebrated their 10-year anniversary. I was out in Tampa with them. They're our family. They're just our dogs, for real, for real. And they are the most comfortable socks in the world. Listen, the most comfortable socks in the world. If you guys ever see me anywhere, I'll always have these on or the white version of the basics. To me, these are like walking on clouds. And if you're into, I don't know, Monopoly, you know, I don't know, maybe you're a fucking Pez guy. Who the fuck's a Pez guy? SpongeBob. Maybe you're an alcoholic. Maybe you like beer. So much so. First of all, I love these Modelo socks. They're fly as fuck. All right. I don't know which ones I like more, Corona or Modelo. I think I'm going to go with the Modelo socks. And I think I like Modelo more than Corona. Bubblicious, man. How about the Power Rangers? whatever you're into, they got it. I mean, look, WWE, Coca-Cola, Doritos, I mean, Godfather. They got all the licenses, all right? Odd Socks is changing the game, the most comfortable socks in the world. I want you to try out some Odd Socks. Save 20% right now. Don't forget they got the underwear too. Save 20% right now when you go to oddsocksofficial.com and use the promo code BOOTLEG. And we want to say shout out to them and congrats to their 10-year anniversary. Our partners, our family at Odd Socks. Oh, these are G.I. Joe draws. I'm going to take these home. Let's get back to the interview. Did you listen to a lot of hip hop at all as a kid?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Growing up in Georgia, I'm sure.
Yeah, dude. But I think that's what it was. Just the melting pot of culture itself, man. We had all the best country music. We had all the best soul music. We had the best hip hop music. Everything, all the best rock music. Everything came from Georgia, man. And I'm so lucky and fortunate to be raised in that just culture and melting pot and see so many different avenues and sides of American culture, you know?
We just had Turbo, who's a producer for Gunna. He did Drip Too Hard, which is Diamond, but I just interviewed him before you came here and I told him that you were coming. He got super excited. He's like, yo, connect us.
No way.
Turbo, you know his producer tag.
Sure.
But he's huge.
Well, please. And
I was like, oh yeah, we got Teddy Swims. He's like, Teddy Swims, he's hard.
I would be absolutely honored, man. What a gangster, man. That guy's fucking, yeah, he's him, dude. I'd be honored.
Growing up in the South, were you a college football guy?
Absolutely, man.
Like, are you a Bulldogs guy?
You fucking know it, man.
Yeah.
It's a good day to be a dog. I mean, we didn't make it. I think we got fucked out of getting to the national championship and getting our three-peat, but it's whatever. But
it's just so crazy how it's like it's really like a religion in the South.
It is, man. I love it too, man. I got to go to the national championship last year out here in LA, you know, and it was like for the absolute spanking we put on them, and it was just, dude, I've never been so fucking hammered in my life. It was the time of my life, dude, just screaming, man. And not too long ago, I think like a couple years ago now, we had closed out our tour in Georgia Theater in Athens, and we ended up becoming good friends with this guy Josh Brooks, who's the athletic director there, and he let me and my tour manager, my best bud Curtis, kind of see the whole athletic department, right. You know, and it was nuts, man. He's like it's like the best fucking $100 million can buy, you know what I mean? It's crazy in there, dude. I got and I met Kirby Smart, right, the coach, and I'd never been like starstruck by anyone before, you know, like because you would think it'd be like somebody that I look up to, like right. that would really leave me like, but it was the football coach for me that like really he was just like, hey son, how you doing, man? And I was like,
Thank you.
I was like, yeah, hi, yeah. He's like, so you're playing at Georgia Theater? I was like, yes sir, yes sir. Yeah, I've seen a lot of cool bands there, man. So, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I was so shy. I couldn't figure out what the fuck to say to Kirby Smart. Right. And I was like, I walked away from that like, what the fuck? Why was I so struck by that? But
I go through the same shit. Like I'll meet, like, because I'm in the field, like if I didn't meet a musician or a rapper or artist, like it's cool to meet them, but I've met everybody, you know? So it's like, but if I meet like an actor or like a wrestler.
Yeah, fuck exactly, man.
I'm like so excited to meet like I met Jimmy Hart, Hulk Hogan's manager, from the 80s at a restaurant once, and I was just like, oh, I gotta go bother him while he's eating. Like, I'm not that guy, but I'm gonna walk up to Jimmy Hart, the mouth of the South, and just be like, hey, I know you're eating, but like, before you leave, can I get a picture? And he was like, of course, young man. And I was like, well, thank you.
Man, yeah, that
but
like,
I don't care. If it was like, you know, but I'm just, you know, like if I ever met Larry David, I'd be besides myself, you know.
Yeah, fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson walks in here right now.
I'd fucking
pass out, dude. I'd absolutely freak out if he just walked. Yeah, bro. Man, Will Smith walked in here right now. I'd flip out, dude. I'd just be like, bro. Or Dave Chappelle. God, man,
I actually got to smoke weed with Dave Chappelle.
Oh, that's number one for me, man. God. Martin Lawrence, man, that's number one for me.
Did you see Chappelle's new stand-up? Is so good.
He's the best, man.
He's the GOAT, man.
He is the greatest, man. I got a tattoo of him right here on my thigh, too.
You have a Chappelle tattoo?
Yeah, he's right here, man.
Oh, shit.
Him and Martin Lawrence playing Jerome.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, man. He's right here. That's my favorite show of all time, man. Martin's like my go-to bedtime show. Like every day.
You can always throw Martin on.
It's the best show ever, man. Me and my pops used to watch that, and he's just the funniest, just greatest show I think of all time. I will give Martin the greatest show of all time. Easily.
I always say like when I talk about Martin, it's either like as a kid it was like Martin or Fresh Prince. Different shows, but still very both like integral parts of my childhood.
And I mean, man,
Martin was funnier, obviously. But you get like some real life lessons.
Yeah, you did, man.
Like,
you really
fuck.
did, man. And it's so good. I just recently listened to I've listened to the Will Smith book. You know, Will. And, and you know, it's quite funny because he's talking about. He's talking about how in the first, and I didn't even notice until I went back and watched some of them again that he was like, you could see him like clearly mouthing everybody else's lines, and I didn't know until he was like sharing that story, and I went back and watched them, and you could just see him like,
he would know everybody's lines.
Crazy, man, work ethic.
Yeah, Martin's
man.
up there. What's your favorite Chappelle Show skit?
Man, I probably have to say. To me, it might be that Prince episode. You know,
Prince
Charlie
episode.
Murphy, man, rest in peace. Also, dude, that was a good one. And,
I just rewatched. Me and my wife just watched the stand-up special, and I was like, all right, I got to put Chappelle Show on because to me, the most flagrant, hilarious skit ever put on television is Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah, I was about to say Clayton Bigsby's, dude. Yeah.
Black racist.
Yeah, he's just blind and he
like-
doesn't. He's
like, come on, Clayton, we want to see your face. We want to see your face.
Yeah.
And he said, you want to see my face? And
Bro.
he takes it off, and his head explodes
dude.
everywhere.
It's something that only he could get away with. You know what I mean?
my God.
Like he's the best at that, man. And you can't bat an eye at.
And
man.
then,
he just pushed the boundaries, man. Always does.
Yeah, and then Tyrone Bigum's doing Fear Factor. I don't know. He said, I don't know if you know this, Joe Rogan, but I smoke rocks.
Yeah.
And he walks right across the hot stones like, yeah, no, Chappelle's
Genius, man. He is the greatest of all time, man.
I feel like the best comedies, like as a kid, like, not the best, but some of the best, like that didn't last long enough. And the Boondocks. I don't know if you ever watched the Boondocks.
We missed out on.
We got 2 great seasons.
Yeah.
Of it. The 3rd season wasn't written by the OGs, so it wasn't as great. But the first 2 seasons, like if I could see the Boondocks do like a Krishan Rock Blueface episode in 2024, it'd be incredible.
They a chance to do for a comeback. Everything comes back, right? Dude, one guy I've been watching a lot. There's this guy Shane Gillis. Have you
He's the
listened to him?
best.
God, dude.
Listen, Shane Gillis right now is the greatest stand-up alive.
I think he's like that. Beautiful Dogs, and I mean everything he does. Man, from podcasts he plays in.
So I'm a comedian geek.
Yeah, me too.
Me and my
man.
boy James, my co-host, we talk about this all the time, and we're like, yo, right now?
Yeah, Shane.
Nobody
Shane's
can
got it,
fuck with Shane.
Dude, I've watched that Beautiful Dogs like 7 times, and I can't quit crying. Like I
And
laugh.
you know what I like
laugh,
about
laugh, laugh.
like what Shane Gillis does is so good is like it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. Like politically, you're laughing.
Yeah, he's
So good.
Yeah, he's
and
great,
his
man.
Trump impersonation is
God, just,
dude. When
I wouldn't have cried. Yeah,
when he did that joke,
Beautiful Dogs.
What with Chappelle?
So
Did you see the clip where Chappelle brought him on stage to do the Biden joke?
Yeah. He's like,
He's like, Joe Biden's the only president you could punch, assassinate, like the motherfucker, and he's dead. Dog, I was fucking. Have you met Shane Gillis?
But no, I messaged him like a couple of times. I messaged him one time to say like, hey man, you're the greatest alive right now, and then we exchanged a Merry Christmas too. I was like, bro, we gotta hang one day, man. So we've talked a couple times on Instagram, but I'm like, that's a dude I would just absolutely love to just talk to. And
Just,
I know,
you want to
I know
drink
he
beer
would,
with him.
yeah, I know
Like,
he'd make you
let's
laugh.
smash
bro.
some Bud Lights.
Yeah, bro,
and
let's go.
smoke some
let's,
cigarettes.
Let's
and
go
talk
ape shit,
football
man.
And
Yeah, he's a fucking cool dude.
no, he's the GOAT, man. I actually I was near Shane Gillis. I was in Austin. My friend's a rapper named Freddie Gibbs. He went on Rogan, and I went with him. And I was like, I saw Joe Rogan. And met him at his place. Super cool spot.
I bet.
Later on that night, we go to a comedy show. Everybody's there. But I go up to Joe Rogan, and I'm like, hey, man, I started eating shrooms because your podcast. And so I pulled out some shrooms, and I was like, would you take a microdose with me? And he was like, I got to plan that shit out, buddy. And I was like, it's
Fair.
okay. I'll have 2. So I was off of fucking shrooms, and I also had an edible, and I was drinking, dude. And I had one of the most fried,
Yeah, that's
bugged
wild.
out, tweaked out nights of my life in Texas. It was just...
That's the place to go do it, though.
For
just
sure.
Bunch of beautiful landscape. Just everything's flat.
Have you ever had like a terrible trip?
No, actually, man, I've had some moments, but I feel like they're always led to like real profound. Like I've had
Right.
I've had like
come
a
on the other
couple,
side of it a better man.
I've had a couple where I just sobbed and I was like, God, this was perfect. It's always taught me something really good. I think the closest thing I ever had to one that was weird. So my best friend, Smooth, Jamil Bridges, man, we had went for his 21st birthday. So his dad like lived in Vegas and we were gonna bring a bunch of shrooms, and we're like, "Fuck, we didn't figure out how we're gonna fly with these.
Right.
Can't just fly with an ounce of mushrooms."
Yes,
But we were fucking. So we decided to just take a gigantic, just a mouthful, man, and got an eighth of it a piece, and
oh shit!
And when it, dude, it was the worst situation of my life. I mean, the flight was great because it was like from like daytime to nighttime, East Coast, from Atlanta to West Coast, and I saw like the sun setting. But we were also flying Spirit, so I might have been helpful. You know, it might have been helpful because there was nothing to watch. You know, so I know. So I was just looking out the window for 5 hours, like.
And you're like this. There's no room.
But getting on the flight, the flight was absolutely breathtaking, you know. But it was Saturday night at Atlanta Airport, the busiest airport ever, and I'm fucking tripping face on mushrooms going through TSA, and that was the worst thing that has ever happened to me. That was like I don't know how I'm gonna get through it. I just felt like I was like walking with my backpack like a fucking robot.
I've been there,
and everybody was just like. I thought everyone was staring at me.
Getting through TSA hammered on anything is rough.
Just vibrating.
Take your fucking shoes off. You're like,
yeah. Thank God for pre-check nowadays. Not that I'm doing mushrooms at the airport anymore, but
no, of course not. Why would you do that?
If I was, right now in my life would be the prime time.
Pre-check would be the time, or you know when you go to like a private jet or something.
Yeah, exactly. Right now is the prime time to go through TSA.
You land in Vegas and you're just primed up for Vegas as soon as you land?
Man, and we spent like 5 days for his 21st birthday, and you know we were all just young kids and fucking having the time of our life. It was magical.
Vegas is fun. Are you a gambler?
Yeah, but it's like 2 or 3 days max for me. I
used to live there. So.
5 was just fucking
Did you guys end up at the Spearmint Rhino at all?
No, we did not.
That was just a great strip.
I saved up like $500 and I went and I just quarter slotted it and I left with like $600 after 5 days of kind of eating good.
That's
and
a
stuff.
fucking win.
So I was like, yeah, baby.
You're up $100 after a week?
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty good. That was pretty solid. So now I just stick to the ding dings, baby. You know, I just
gambling is
it
can get bad.
Like, yeah, I can't get the bug for it, man, because I just like I don't have the
sports gambling. You'll get the bug for.
Yeah, see one thing I like about sports gambling. I was talking to my buddy about this, and I make like little ass bets, like maybe like $5 on like a 6-game parlay,
right?
You know, and
like if it hits, you win $300.
Yeah, you know, and it's not shit money, but also it makes the games not only more interesting, and usually $5 for like a couple days of dopamine rush. It's like way cheaper than what I'd pay for dopamine rushes any other time. You know what I mean? Usually dopamine costs you like $100 and you get an hour with your friend, and then you're laying in bed like, fucking god damn it, I can't sleep, and then you're just trying to jerk off until you can pass out, and that's not happening either.
It's true. Sometimes that's what I try to tell my wife. Sometimes I'm like, honey, sometimes you just got to rub one out to get to bed. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with me.
Yeah. Then you're fucking laying there until 6 a.m. like, you fucking liar. Everybody, if they fucking knew what you're just beating yourself up because all that dopamine's gone.
And then you're going to beating yourself off.
Yeah, beating yourself up and beating yourself off.
That
little guy's that guy's just fucking laying there like, come on, man. Do something for me, baby. I gotta go to sleep.
There's nothing like trying to go to sleep on shrooms, though, because then you close your eyes and you're like, "Fuck."
Have you ever like fucking boned anybody on mushrooms?
Yes.
I always think about it, you know, like, or I always think like, damn, should have tried jerking off. That could have been cool, you know. And I just never. That's just the last thing on my mind when I'm in the middle of a trip. I'm not like, let's fucking go jerk off real quick. I just don't think, and just. Being alone,
yeah, jerking on
tripping balls is awful.
I've probably only jerked off on shrooms like twice.
Was it tight?
It wasn't bad.
Okay, I don't know if it was gonna be like sick. You know, I just
lights off, full screen.
Oh shit, yeah.
Headphones on,
VR set, Oculus on.
You know what's crazy is I haven't tried that, but I have an Oculus.
Oh yeah, it's time to run that, baby.
Yo, the Oculus porn while on shrooms?
Take a couple more tops and see what happens to you.
Oh, shit.
Text me and let me know. Wash your hands first, though. You know what I'm saying?
You ever have Hey, Teddy, have you ever had post-nut clarity?
Yeah, all the time, man.
Where you're like, you got like 13 tabs going on the hub.
God. And you're like, you disgusting disgrace
And then once
of a
you
human.
bust, you look down and you're like, ah, fuck.
God. All these potential fucking jerks you had, like,
Yeah,
God.
I can't even get to all the tabs.
You know, I know. I try my best to just be like, you know, these days I'm like, man, it's so awful for your brain to know that we just have something new all the time. You know, just have something like whatever we want,
sure.
whatever ticks our little button is like. It's so negative.
Those thumbnails, you gotta find the thumbnail.
It can't be good for you.
Oh, it's
you know?
terrible for you.
But
It's horrible.
especially if you're trying to be in love with someone. You know, it's probably
Yeah.
bad. So I try to.
way.
Now currently I'm single, so it's
Good.
You know, fuck it.
You know what you can do now?
I can look at whatever I want.
gotta
You know,
do-
but I want to fall. I'm at a spot where I'm longing for companionship, and I don't like, you know, and I have a hopeful. So I'm trying to be like better about just jerking off 6 times a day.
What you
know?
could do is you could sleep on your hand, right? And then you wake up and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
dead. And then you get your arms asleep and you give yourself a stranger.
The stranger, yeah. The left-handed stranger. For me, it's a right-handed stranger.
That's what they do in jail. They give themselves strangers.
That's a good idea.
In more than one way. In more than one way. In more than one. So, okay, let's stop the interview real quick to tell you about our folks at MyBookie, damn it. All right, look, NFL playoffs are going down. Super Bowl's on the way. Go to MyBookie right now and let's get in on the action. Not to mention, right now is the time to sign up, all right? If you sign up with the promo code Bootleg at mybookie.ag, head over there right now. You're going to get your first deposit bonus up to $1,000. All right. That means you put in that promo code, you put in your money, they're going to match it. They're going to get you right up to $1,000. And I don't care what you're into. Same game parlays. I don't care if you want to get down with the over unders. You know what I'm saying? Some of the prop bets, whatever it is, MyBookie is going to get you situated. All right. So go to mybookie.ag, get in on this action. All right. I just hit a crazy. They got this thing where you could put 3 teams on a teaser and they give you plus 13 if it's a 3-leg teaser. Woo! Look, do that tomorrow. Do that next weekend on these NFL games. Trust me, you know what you're doing. You should be able to hit that, all right? Pretty good odds on it, too. All right, so go to mybookie.ag, sign up with the promo code Bootleg, and get that first deposit bonus up to $1,000 right now. Also, want to give a shout-out to our folks at Blue Chew. Listen, man. It's getting cold outside. It's cold as hell outside out here in LA right now. You see me, I got the jacket on. It's cold. It's cuffing season, all right? If you got erectile dysfunction, if you're dealing with stress at work, if your dick ain't dicking, it's all good. Blue Chew got you. All right, let me tell you about Blue Chew. A lot of people always are asking me, does Blue Chew work? Yes, it works like a charm, all right? Go to bluechew.com. Use the promo code Bootleg when you sign up. And they're going to show you that it works because they're going to send you a month for free. That's right, a month's supply of Blue Chew for free. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping. All right, bluechew.com. Use the promo code Bootleg. Same active ingredient as Viagra and Cialis, but it comes in a chewable form and it's delivered right to your door in a very discreet packaging. You don't have to go to the doctors anymore to talk about why your dick's, you know, underperforming. You know, and look, I'm going to be honest. The Blue Chew's kind of like, you know, when Barry Bonds hit 70 home runs. Hey, look, bruh, if you want to impress a broad, get you a Blue Chew. You go all night, bruh. Your dick ain't never been harder. BlueChew.com, promo code Bootleg. Get a free month supply right now. All right, all you got to do is pay shipping. Let's get back to the interview. Okay, so Teddy, this record is taking off like crazy. What?
He said, all right, back to business. Hold on.
Let's get back on the road. There gonna be a remix coming?
You know, we've talked about it, we've chatted about it, and I would like that, you know, but also it's with the way that the record's doing right now, we're expecting it to, like, we released it in June and we're expecting it to probably peak in around the same time. And
a year later.
And it's really just still climbing and climbing and climbing.
Fire.
So I don't know if it's, if we did like a remix now, I wouldn't want it to like kind of
mess up the.
Yeah, I don't want it to like split streams and mess it up. And so I think we're in the decision if like maybe if the right person comes along and we do the right way, then maybe. But you know,
You never cross streams.
You never cross streams. No, not unless it's your best friend.
Yeah. Or you guys are drunk behind a liquor store.
Yeah.
You don't split the streams. You don't cross the streams.
I'm having a time of my life, man. Thank you. Yeah, but I think it's gonna be. I think it's still growing and doing great. And so and also it's something cool about my first breakthrough to be just fucking
Did you
Ted.
turn the fucking radio on?
Yeah,
Like,
and
oh shit.
It's just your boy on there, man, and I'm really happy that it's just kind of me. And I think for the whole first album, I didn't put out any features on it because
On purpose.
I felt like I wanted it to be like, here's my first fucking big statement, and so I wanted to just have my.
I feel like most
time.
like great debut albums, at least on the hip hop side, I'm thinking like Nas-O-Matic only had one feature. You know, like you want to hear like this is unapologetically yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this is me. Love me for me, and then if I do collabs later on down the road, that's cool too. But I don't want y'all to come over here just because so and so was on the song.
Right. I agree with that, and I think it's imperative that I finally I think I kind of found where I'm slivering to. So
Nice.
there's a what's the word I'm looking for, like a artistic point of view or something, or like I have my own little perspective. Thank you, my own little artist perspective. I've kind of figured out, I think.
Nice. Are you like, because obviously you're busy running around doing what you do. How often are you just creating like let's say this cycle right now? Are you still getting in the studio?
Yeah,
often?
nonstop, man. And I'm hungry. I have to keep writing. I'm writing. Especially when we're on the road, we don't get that opportunity often. So like since I've been back, I'm just like I'm in a session and then in an evening session,
Dope.
and I'm trying to turn out as many options and songs as I possibly can, because I got so much shit that I want to say right now, and I'm just so fucking in love with it, man. I went home to Atlanta, and I was supposed to take like a kind of a break, and I ended up staying at my bassist's house for like 3 days and just kind of sitting and writing and recording, and eventually, him and his roommates were like, bro, we're like done writing, we're like want to hang out and
let's go
party, and I was like, well, I guess you guys don't want it as bad as I do.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm leaving. Called my buddy Chris, and Lincoln was like, hey, can I come over there and fucking, and I rang in the new year fucking still I just can't stop.
Wow.
It's like, also I think it's like maybe a hardcore anxiety thing that I feel like I just want to, this is where my feelings get out, and I'd rather much rather than go to a bar or like a club, just be fucking shit housed in the house on a microphone. It's just the best.
Yeah,
like if
for
you
you
want to
is-
see me, come to the studio. You know where I'm
You
going
got
to be.
Pokemon on your hand?
Yeah, man, a little Bulbasaur.
Oh shit! Your tattoos are fucking.
They're getting there, man.
They're getting
everywhere.
there. What's the most random tattoo? I mean, besides Martin Lawrence's face on your leg.
So I'll pull it out for this camera right here. It's so stupid, dude.
Hey, don't pull it out.
I'm not that out. Look.
But you can pull the tattoo.
If I were to ever get that tattooed, it'd be more of a hi and not a hello. You know what I'm saying? So
that might have went over some people's heads. It's okay. I'm a grower, not a shower, baby.
yeah, that's exactly what I mean to say. I've gotten no complaints thus far, and if it were any bigger, you'd just be hurting people. You don't want to do that.
You got to undersell so you can over deliver.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if that works. But so I got this tattoo on my back. It was like 3 years ago now, and I haven't finished it because it fucking hurts so bad, dude. It's the worst pain ever. And saw this meme, and this meme of Jesus crossing up the devil?
Yeah.
And it was all over the place. And
I
he was
remember
like,
seeing that, yeah.
So I went to my buddy Derek, and I was like, dude, this would be hilarious to fucking get this done. And here, I'll show it to you. It says fucking stupid. I haven't got the devil finished because it hurts so bad.
Oh, shit. That's your whole back.
I know. The whole fucking thing, man. So, and we added Jordan 1s on him too, which is so stupid. And like, and I got so much work. I still got background to do on it. I still got
you got a lot.
I got another like 8 hours on that.
you got
And it's fucking just to finish this fucking stupid ass joke that I thought was hilarious. And it's just not,
Now you're
frankly.
committed.
Now I'm committed.
Not as funny anymore.
And I don't know what I was thinking, dude, because if I'm like walking around with my shirt off at the beach or at the pool, then I know everybody's just laughing behind my back. I just made myself a fucking idiot, like to everyone.
You got Jordan crossing.
It's so stupid. And I even think about it too, like when I'm like, when I'm with my girl and we're like doing the dirty or whatever, there's no position where she's seeing my back. So it's like, I'm not like the best in shape guy either.
Right,
so my shirt's just not off often anyway. So it's like, what the fuck was I thinking?
But you're committed now.
Yeah, I gotta finish it.
now.
Yeah, I might go get fucking put under the fucking anesthesia though, and just like, please.
You get that
fucking
numbing
this-
cream?
Yeah, but this shit don't fucking back tattoos. Fuck, man, that hurts so bad.
Yeah, my whole back's done. It sucks.
God damn.
So before you go, you're from the South. There's been a lot of disparaging comments about In-N-Out Burger from people from the South. When they come to LA, they say In-N-Out's overrated. Let's talk fast food for a sec.
Okay.
You guys got Zaxby's down there.
Zaxby's fucks, yeah.
We love Raising Cane's too.
That's good. I like Raising Cane's. I get down on that. I think for me though, the In-N-Out Burger, I think the burger is top notch. I do love that burger. Like when I want a shitty burger, I'm going for that shitty burger. Like
In-N-Out's to me the top notch fast food burger.
Yeah, I think see that's and we can all agree that the fries are fucking. But I think also too, I found out not too long ago when I got the fries that those are the only fries on the planet that get better like 2 hours after they set out. Like they don't get like shitty like McDonald's fries. They actually kind of get a little bit better. Or maybe
and then if you get them animal style,
yeah, maybe the bar is just so low that consecutively 3 hours later, it could just still be that shitty.
Cut like fresh potatoes. They just then here you go.
They're not
processed.
Yeah. See, maybe that's what's wrong with them. Maybe we just fucking Americans just love just shit toxic.
We do.
Process.
We're all this processed bullshit that's
poisoning us. Dude, I find when I go to Europe too, it's the same way. Like when I go get like some fast food, like Taco Bell, it's like this fucking not near as good as I wanted it to be. It's
in Europe,
in like London or something. You know,
wait, they have Taco Bell in London?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's an interesting choice of food if you're in London.
Well, but I had to go try it out. You know,
but it's different because it's not as processed.
Yeah, everything's got to be real food, you know? So like even your McDonald's burger is 100% beef. And it's like, I don't want 100% beef. I want like cardboard and like crushed up beetles and shit.
I want to give
Where's the fuking cardboard and the crushed up beetles? You know what I'm saying? Where's the little fiberglass inside of it? You know what I mean?
I don't want my burger to like, you've seen those videos of like there'd be like a McDonald's burger 5 years later and it looks the same.
Yeah, I want that inside my body. Yeah,
I want it to sit in my belly for the next 12 years.
The eternity. I want to be buried. That's the only thing you could take to the grave with you is the McDonald's burgers you had and your tattoos. Everything else,
everything's out.
You can't take nothing else when you go, but you can sure take that fucking McDonald's gut with you.
There it is, man. Well, look, congratulations on all the success. Lose Control's going crazy.
Thank you, man. We hardly got to that at all, did we?
It's all right. We got to run it back again.
Yeah, we'll hang out again.
Congratulations, though, man. It's been dope to see
you, man.
Just your whole. I've been following it, man. So. It's good to see a real genuine person who's just incredibly alien-like talented.
Man, I appreciate that so much. Thanks so much for having me, bro. We'll do it again and again, man. Anytime.
There it is, man. Teddy Swims, appreciate you, brother. Boom! Can we show some love to our family at Hardin? Man, shout out to Hardin, man. Look, if you're in Vegas, you got to pull up. You got to say, take me to Hardin right now. I need to go to Hardin. They're going to take you. They're going to get you situated. Hardin, Las Vegas, the best cannabis dispensary I've ever walked into in my life. The most craziest selection of premium cannabis in the entire world. I mean, that place smells like God's sweat. It just smells so good in there. It's just, they got their own scent. They're our family too, man. So make sure you follow them online, Hardin_Las Vegas, all right? Shoot them a follow on Instagram. Also go to HardinLasVegas.com. And when you're in Vegas, make sure you pull up to Hardin, baby.